About once a month, we are engaging in this practice of slowing down a portion of our liturgy for the sake of providing just a little bit of a why behind the particular ways that we worship here at Grace. So this morning, we pause to consider the confession of sin and the receiving of grace, which Nate will lead us through in just a moment. Confession, really at its heart, is about telling the truth about ourselves in the presence of a wildly gracious God who desires to know you and to know me fully. As humans, you and I struggle. We struggle with impatience and with greed and fill in the blank. And rather than this being a time that we think of as being shameful or where we wallow in how bad we've been this week, confession really is this opportunity for you and for me to step into the light and lay down the exhausting work of managing our image in front of God. I will be the first, as a people pleaser, and I don't know what the term, I guess a God pleaser, to say I struggle with that, past tense and present tense. Confession is this invitation to lay down the exhausting work of managing pretense. And the best part about it is that we don't stay in confession. How bizarre would that be if we just stopped there? After we confess, we move into what we call the receiving of grace. You and I receive this beautiful word of assurance often from the scriptures. And it's not as though confession is about saying the right words and then we unlock grace that is then accessible for us through Jesus. Grace currently is on offer and is unending and does not expire and is wildly accessible to you. And so I might recommend, and I try to do this myself during worship every week, I will read the receiving of grace actually before we do confession. And my encouragement to do that would simply be to remind yourself of the unending, vast well of grace and allow that to inform the way and empower the way you step into the lights and tell the truth about yourself and lay down the crushing weight of managing your image in front of a God who simply desires in his love to know you fully. That is what we're invited to in the confession of sin and in the receiving of grace. So I'll welcome my brother Nate up to lead us through that practice this morning.